Have you ever wondered how events beyond our control can impact our mental health? The recent events involving American families held hostage by Hamas serve as a stark example of this unseen impact. These families, whose loved ones were kidnapped, are caught in a psychological warfare, a battle of the mind that challenges their resilience every passing day. Imagine the torment of waking up each day, not knowing the fate of your loved ones. The frustration stemming from the lack of updates only intensifies the ordeal. The call from these families is clear. They want a humanitarian view of the situation, not a political one. They yearn for a world where the value of human life transcends political boundaries and conflicts. These families are enduring a unique form of torture. It's a waiting game, where hope is their only weapon and patience their shield. It's a test of their mental fortitude, their ability to stay resilient in the face of despair. They are locked in a battle not just for their loved ones, but for their own mental well-being. The psychological impact on these families is profound. The stress, the anxiety, the fear, and the uncertainty. It's a cocktail of emotions that they have to drink from day in and day out. It's an unseen war, fought not on the battleground but in the minds and hearts of these families. Yet in the midst of this unimaginable turmoil, these families have shown commendable strength. They have turned their collective efforts towards influencing the focus of the Israeli government, urging them to prioritize the rescue of their loved ones. They have expressed disappointment, yes, but they have not lost hope. They have not let despair take hold. They are fighting and they are surviving. The mental toll on these families is immeasurable, and their strength in dealing with such a crisis is commendable. Now consider the impact on the wider community. How does it affect them? In the face of a hostage situation, the ripple effect extends far beyond the immediate families involved. It seeps into the fabric of the wider community, stirring a potent cocktail of fear and anxiety. Everyone becomes a silent participant in the unfolding drama, their lives indirectly yet powerfully affected. Imagine being a parent in Israel right now. Reports of Hamas threatening to broadcast videos of hostages have filled the airwaves. The fear of your child stumbling upon such horrifying content is enough to send chills down your spine. The solution? Many parents have taken the drastic step of deleting social media from their children's phones. It's a sweeping gesture that underscores the palpable fear gripping the community. The ripple effect continues to spread, reaching even those who may not have a personal connection to the hostages. It's a communal trauma, shared and felt by all. The uncertainty and the constant barrage of news updates serve as a relentless reminder of the ongoing crisis. It's a heavy psychological burden that the wider community must bear. Social media, the very tool that keeps us connected in times of peace, now serves to amplify the fear. Reports of the situation are shared and reshared, each post adding another layer of anxiety. The constant exposure to distressing news can take a toll on mental health, leading to feelings of helplessness and despair. Yet, amidst this tide of fear and anxiety, there's a sense of shared experience that binds the community together. It's a collective resilience that emerges in the face of adversity. People start to look out for each other, checking in on neighbors, offering words of comfort, and providing support in any way they can. In times of crisis, our shared humanity is tested, and it's evident in the collective anxiety felt by the community. But it's also evident in the acts of kindness and solidarity that emerge in response to the crisis. This is the other side of the ripple effect, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the human race. What role do our leaders play in such situations? A question we're all entitled to ask, especially when the lives of our fellow citizens hang in the balance. The recent hostage crisis in Gaza has seen the Biden administration and Israeli government respond in ways that have stirred a mixed bag of emotions amongst the families of the hostages. President Biden, for instance, has reiterated time and again that the safety of American hostages is his top priority. He's indicated that the U.S. military will assist Israeli forces in planning and intelligence collection for hostage rescue efforts. However, the lack of clarity and information regarding the hostages and their conditions has left the families frustrated. On the other hand, the Israeli government has also been in the spotlight. The families believe that their collective efforts influence the Israeli government's focus on rescuing the hostages. They've hailed the government's efforts, but simultaneously expressed disappointment at the fewer number of Americans released compared to citizens of other countries. It's a challenging situation, to say the least. Governments are tasked with the daunting responsibility of ensuring the safe return of their citizens while also maintaining a delicate balance in international relations and conflict resolution. It's a high-wire act performed on a global stage under the watchful eyes of billions. The mixed feelings of the families reflect the complex nature of these situations. On one hand, they appreciate the efforts made by the governments. On the other, they yearn for more direct action and tangible results. These families are in a state of limbo, caught between hope and despair as they await the safe return of their loved ones. In such times, the role of our leaders becomes even more significant. They must navigate the murky waters of political strife, negotiate with hostile entities, and above all, ensure the safety of their citizens. And while they may not always get it right, their actions, or lack thereof, can deeply impact the lives of those caught in the crossfire. The role of leadership is crucial in these situations, offering a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. In the midst of all this, who are the ones we often forget? Let's delve into the lives of the hostages themselves. They are the direct casualties of this conflict. Their names may be unknown to us, but their struggle, their pain is real and palpable. Imagine, if you will, the uncertainty that marks their days. Not knowing what the next hour might bring, the constant fear and stress are enough to break even the strongest amongst us. They are trapped in a world where tomorrow is a question mark, a world filled with danger and devoid of comfort. In the face of such adversity, their mental health takes a severe hit. Anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder. These are just some of the conditions they may develop as a result of their ordeal. It's a psychological battle that they fight every day, alongside the physical one. Further compounding their plight is the lack of clarity on the number of hostages and their conditions. The exact count is unknown, and so is their current state. The uncertainty of their situation only amplifies the mental and emotional toll on these victims. But let's not forget, these hostages are more than just numbers or nameless faces. They are individuals, each with their own stories, dreams, and loved ones waiting for them back home. They are fathers, mothers, siblings, and friends, all caught in a crisis they did not choose. And their fight doesn't end with their release. The trauma they've endured will likely leave lasting scars, both seen and unseen. Their journey to recovery will be long and challenging, requiring not just physical healing, but psychological and emotional healing as well. The hostages, the direct victims of this crisis, face an unimaginable ordeal that will likely leave lasting scars. Their struggle is a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict, a cost that is too often overlooked in the larger narrative. It's a reminder that behind every headline, every statistic, there are real people enduring real hardships. And it's these people and these forgotten victims who need our attention and support the most. So what can we do in response to such events? It's a question that looms large, isn't it? The world is a complex place, and events like these can sometimes make us feel powerless. But there's always something we can do, something that can make a difference. Firstly, let's take a moment to truly empathize with those affected by this crisis, the hostages and their families. Imagine their fear, their uncertainty, their longing for loved ones. It's not easy, but it's important. We need to understand their struggle, to remind ourselves that these are real people with real emotions, just like us. Now, think about the psychological toll this situation is taking on these families. The constant worry, the sleepless nights, the unanswered questions. It's a heavy burden to bear, and it's something we need to address. Mental health support is crucial in times like these. It's not just about providing a listening ear or a shoulder to lean on. It's about professional help, therapy, counseling. It's about providing resources to help these families cope with the ongoing stress, to help them navigate through the fog of uncertainty. And it's not just about the families directly affected. The wider community is feeling the effects too. The fear, the anxiety, it seeps into the fabric of our society, affecting our collective mental health. We need to acknowledge this and provide support where it's needed. But empathy and mental health support are only part of the solution. We need to stress the importance of a humanitarian approach to resolving this crisis. It's not about politics, it's about people. It's about prioritizing human lives over political gains. It's about ensuring that the Red Cross gets access to the hostages, that the international community steps up to prioritize their release. In the end, our collective empathy and action can make a difference. Remember, mental health is not a personal issue. It's a community responsibility. Let's stand together. Let's support each other. And let's push for a resolution that prioritizes human lives.